Never did I think I'd be able to see the day where I can say, welcome back to college football video games and welcome to Road to Glory. But we're here, and it's real. I've been playing this game a lot over the last day and a half. I've been playing on Heisman mainly. I started on All American, been going through Dynasty, I've been trying out the different modes, and this is my introduction to the new Road to Glory. And specifically, welcome to the underdog storyline. 60 overall, no benefits, no mental abilities. Let me introduce you to our quarterback of this series, Long Johnson. 60 overall, 6'4", flowing hair, crazy beard for somebody who's probably 18, and nothing else. It will get into the abilities in a second. As you can see here, there are only 3 abilities that we can get for sort of mental abilities, and they're like the 3 sort of worst mental abilities in the game. They don't really add a whole lot, and you have to get them through progressing through like the GPA and brand and whatnot. We'll get into all of that, but here is our quarterback, Long Johnson. There's the physical attributes or archetypes I can get in the game, or abilities, I guess is the right word. And we have our first interview. 2-star interview. Yeah, of course we're getting it. We want to play immediately, man. We might be a 60 overall, might be literally the worst player in the game. But we want to play and we want to party. We need a fun campus. This one doesn't really apply to us, man. Like, we suck. Close to home, I guess, but like, we're going to go to a bad school no matter what. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited for the article. Now let's get into the school selection. Surprisingly, we're like the second on the depth chart at Northwestern. But one thing I identified really early on, I was going through the rosters trying to find a good spot for us. Kennesaw State's starting quarterback is a 63. As you can see, I was a little dumbfounded that we were a second string at Northwestern, or even the third string at Bowling Green. Go replace Basilak over there, but I was just kind of going through, seeing how this works. We get a lot of interest for being such a bad overall, but it was pretty clear to me that the best chance we had of actually playing pretty early was going to be at Kennesaw State. I didn't really see an avenue where we'd be able to play sort of close to the beginning of the season. We'd probably have to wait till like the very end. And at that point, it's like, what coach is going to replace their quarterback unless the quarterback is really bad? Again, like, kind of crazy though how even though we're bad overall, we have such interest at other schools. Of course, Kennesaw State, not a lot going there. Low school fit, low NIL, bad coach prestige. The team's bad. There are 71 in Dynasty, and in Dynasty, I believe depth sort of takes like precedent over overall. So like they're one of the worst Dynasty teams, if not the worst Dynasty team in the game. So yeah, I mean, we're bad and they're bad. So to me, that just sounds like a match made in heaven. And this is the upgrade screen. So the way that upgrades work in this game is they're sort of like lumped into different categories. I think it's a little interesting that like jumping and throw power in the same category. It's like, what about me being able to jump well and me throwing well is going to correlate, other than like the weight room, I guess. But like I feel like they should be maybe changed, or they should be in different things. Like jumping is like more athleticism to me. But you can see, like, if I want to upgrade anything that has to do with my elusiveness, I have to go to just the elusiveness category. Like accuracy, our accuracy is really bad, by the way. We have like 68 or 69 nice deep accuracy. I went ahead and I decided to start with IQ. I just want to make sure my carrying and my ball carrier vision are good, because I figured that I'm probably have to scramble a lot. A lot of the abilities or a lot of the attribute upgrades and the abilities take a lot of skill points to upgrade, and with these physical attributes, you'll see there's like a requirement. So I have to have like certain rating requirements for them to even matter. So if I got them right now, it would do nothing. I have to be able to upgrade my player, so that's more so like a later on thing. And now here's my sort of 5 categories I have to look at. We'll get into that more, like going through the weeks, but it's really important for my player progression that I do pretty well in that front. So hey man, we want to be confident. We might be a 60 overall, but we're treating this like Tom Brady, man. We're the best decision this dude has ever made in his life. You know, we're coming in like we're some hot shot. We're the worst quarterback in the game. We're about to be the best quarterback in the game. I also think it's really cool that we're in like an actual dorm room. So here's actually the sort of weekly agenda meters that we have. We have academics, leadership, health, training, and brand. They all affect different things. We can get bonuses to like coach trust or like XP or player progression, and we can even gain abilities from these. One thing I found really early on is that leadership is super, super important. I think that academics are kind of easy to manage, as we'll see here. I'm trying to make my guy as dumb as possible. Long is not he's not here to play school, let's just say that. And I was able to get like a 3.6 GPA pretty easily. But if you don't maintain your leadership, you actually bleed coach trust, which early on is like really, really bad. You really need to keep that up because otherwise you have no chance of really competing for like a QB2 or QB1 job. And also your composure is really bad. Your XP gain is even worse. So like even doing this training stuff, if I have higher leadership, it works better. But sort of keeping a balance is the way that I've seen it the best. Now here's the actual training. You can do this outside of the weekly agenda, and this sort of builds your coach trust and gives you XP. Here's the option attack. I started with this one just because I'm a scrambler quarterback. The option controls in this game, they flipped them this year, so you have to hold X to keep the ball, which definitely has not screwed me up a lot, and definitely will not screw me up later in this video. I've been playing a little too much NCAA 14 in my life. But here you'll see I actually got silver on my first time, which I was so close to getting gold. I was like one dumb pitch away from getting gold. Should have got it first try, but you know what, man? We're learning. Our player's not very good, but the Kennesaw State defense, as you'll see sort of in the training, is like even worse. And here, man, you see the coach trust. You can see how far away we are from even the quarterback 2 right now. And this is our first scenario with a teammate. We have our starting quarterback, Davis Bryson. And you know what, man? You know, Long Johnson's not here to play diplomat, okay? We're sabotaging this dude's alarm. We're making sure that he oversleeps. And one thing I learned here, this was a bad idea. So you get an XP bonus when you do this because you take first team reps. So if you're like me and you completely throw the training, then you get like no bonus at all from these. But even if we're not starting or playing at all, how about we hop into our first experience on the road at UTSA?
Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a team from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth.
I will say the production in this game is absolutely insane. It looks so cool. We actually get the win on the road though. First game, not a good sign for us. But we're out there. We're celebrating though. The whole team loves us. We're the party animal. They want to see us out there, and clearly they do because 7 for 11 and 100 yards on a win, along with less than a yard per carry. That gives us a pretty good idea of what we're dealing with at quarterback, and kind of shows us that like, hey man, maybe you need a better signal caller out there. And maybe it was also because he didn't get the first team reps he needed to, man. As you see here, we lose all of our leadership. Our leadership gets tanked to 0 because of this. But you know what? The coach has no idea. Somehow he has no idea. So we're going to get a little coach trust out of this. He's checking in on us, seeing how we're doing, seeing if we've had a little too much Jack Daniels or too many Four Locos out there. And then for this one, I don't really know what it does. I spent the 2 energy on it, and I didn't get anything for it, so I guess there's only negative effects there, and that was me talking to my advisor. She'll come up a little bit later too. And this is my first NIL offer. Things are kind of moving fast here, man. We haven't even taken a snap in a game. We're 61 overall, but we're still getting NIL, man. Chef Sporting Goods, man, they want it. Back here in the option drill, I'm one play away from getting my gold, and I shift them out. I juke the man out. They have like no speed. It doesn't matter. Touchdown. Gold medal. You get some pretty good coach trust out of that too. But you can see here, man, we have such bad leadership. Our leadership is so low that we're bleeding out our leadership, and that's really going to affect us later on. Here, I'm doing the second drill. This is a pass skeleton. I kind of struggled with this one early. Threw a little too quick there. I barely miss out on the silver, so I miss out on about 150 coach trust. But we're starting to creep up on quarterback 2 here pretty quick. Here I'm just checking up on how we're doing. Our leadership's down. We can spend a little energy though to help kind of get it up. And I think the academics, I'm just paying people off at this point. I don't think Long's supposed to be that smart, man. So here, talking to my advisor, I'm going to study a little bit, and that's going to give me or moderately, that's going to give me a big boost to my academics later. And here, I just want to highlight this. Mizzou lost to Buffalo early on, and Buffalo is an insane team in the sim and in game. If you're looking for a group of 5 team to run, I would recommend running them. Here's me trying and failing to do better in the passing skeleton. Trust me, it'll get better. This is Heisman. I've got like no accuracy. It's a little difficult to move the ball. And as you can see here, man, the person we're paying to do these exams has given us the fan favorite trait because we're above a 3.0. We have a new ability that means that at home we get increased composure, which can be really important for a low overall person like us. And here I deliver a dot on this wheel route, but it does not matter. We are not even close to getting silver nor gold. But that also doesn't matter because we have taken over the quarterback 2. We are going to initiate ourselves a position battle. So, to celebrate, we're going to go smash some beers, get a little brand increase on a party. And we're back out here, practice next day. We have to get 2,000 points on the pass skeleton, which if it sounds like a lot, is not. But position battles in this game aren't just one mini game. We've got to play 3 pocket presence here. We've got to score above 4,000 points. We've got to hit the targets, and we got to hit the dummies behind them, angle our body, and avoid these flying balls coming at us. And lastly, where else would it end? Option attack. So with a little help from our teammates, we win the position battle. We get ourselves up to quarterback 2. We gain 1,500 coach trust because we swept Brandon Bohannon. We only needed to win 2 to win it. We got all 3, and that means that we have overtaken the quarterback 1 in coach trust, and we've given ourselves fan favorite because the person we're paying off to do our grades is doing such a good job. One thing that's interesting, though, is that I advanced the week, and I did not get a position battle. I had to wait until the next week when we were off a bye. I don't know if that affects it. To actually initiate this challenge. But the coach is hitting us up. He's letting us know, hey man, I want to see you at the practice. I want to see that thing slang. And look at that, man. The worst quarterback in the country is now a quarterback 1, and we have a game in Middlesboro against Middle Tennessee State. Let's get it.
Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. In this one, 2 teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis.
And we're out here. First play of the game. First play, quarterback 1. One thing to note about our team that I really realized with this game, Kansas State has two really, really good running backs that I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on because they were killing it for us. We were handing the ball off a lot, and I mean a lot. But look at us. Lone Johnson taking it. First down and more. Look at him run. He got wheels. Let me tell you, man, I cannot throw for shit this game, but I could run it. Long Johnson, the long legs. Hand off. Touchdown. Our running backs are kind of killer for us. We're going to have to really rely on them. Get to finally get a pass play again. I like that sort of slot fade there, but it's just not going to work, man. We cannot hit those deep passes just yet. It's really difficult for us. So we have a screen pass on 3rd and 4 here, and it is going to get absolutely blown up. That might be PI. I tricked you, but I did not trick the defense. But it doesn't matter, man. We got legs. We can move. Look at the first half stats. Middle Tennessee really struggling. We are running the ball with ease. 4 passing yards, by the way. And it's going to increase by a little bit. We're going to pass it to the running back if we can't hand it off. That play got blown up. We're sitting here with another play action boot. Try and run down, get a pass off here, and it is going to get caught, but he's going to break too many tackles, and he's going to lose about 6 yards, 5 or 6 yards there on the play. That's going to give us a 3rd and 9, and coach decides, you know what, we're inside the 20, 4 verts. Man, the play callings in this game are pretty interesting, but it doesn't matter. Long Johnson, big body, get out of my way. 1st and goal. Getting that is kind of crazy. Now, we decide, let's give the scrappy route runner a fucking jet touch pass on the condensed side of the field. Yeah, that's a smart move. But we're going to go ahead and just hand this thing off. They can't stop the run against us, man. I don't have to do anything. I'm just watching. There's one thing you can say about Kansas State. They love their handoffs. Pause. You can see there I pressed the run button on the read option. But look at that. 4 verts inside the 20, and it's picked off the tip. The first interception of Long Johnson's career. I think I got to blame that one on the coach, man. I mean, none of this is my fault, right? Like, I'm perfect, and none of this is my fault. So, tight ends telling me, it's okay, but he hasn't done shit. But it doesn't matter, man. We get the ball right back. We're going to do the Kennesaw special. Hand the ball off. And he puts it on the turf. Back to back plays with turnovers for both teams. It's crazy out here in Middlesboro, but we get the ball right back. The 43, they have to punt it. I like this action to the right here. It looks like they're in man with outside leverage, but I should be able to sort of get some space on that 9 route or 7 route and be able to sort of abuse that here. And I do just that, but my quarterback underthrows it, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The linebacker can't catch up. We got more of a vertical concept here, but with Long Johnson, man, he's just going to run it. We're like 0-4 Vic. We look like Daniel Jones out there. And I love this sort of slant pass because I got this flat route, and if the linebacker doesn't pick it up right away, which he doesn't, it's an easy walk-in touchdown. Now look at this. Look at that left side. We've got press coverage against a trips vert sort of play call, but that I don't know what the hell the wide receiver is doing, but he just baits out a defensive pass interference. And you know what, man? It's broken, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Now we get another pass concept here. I really like this wheel out of the backfield, but shit just couldn't get open like we wanted for us. We have a deep pass. Better quarterback probably makes that throw. And look at here, man. We're getting sacked. 3rd and 12. We're really struggling to move the ball through the air here. I'm trying out some hot routes, but you know what, man? I think my composure is so bad that shit just is not working. But here, I really like using this half slide. I'm going to use a half slide. I'm going to set up a scramble for me because I don't like the way this defense is set up. And it's going to work perfectly. I got 2 guys on the outside, 2 blockers, first down, and more. Lon Johnson using that long brain of his. One thing I found out with Middle Tennessee State, they have TJ Watt on their team on the right side. Look at this back-to-back play as 21 getting in my face, making things difficult on us. And another verts call. Our offensive coordinator has like 3 plays. And you know what, man? We leave that guy, it's probably a better play. We got a power option here. I've not run this in a while. I'm going to pitch it out. We've got a ton of space, but just not enough speed to really break that off. We got another screen play here. Last time it did not work well for us. This time we get 4 yards, but on 3rd and 15, that does not matter. Looky here, another play action. I fooled you again. I've got him wide open. I had him open for so long. I took so long to read that. I don't know how I didn't see that, man. That's a mistake you cannot make on Heisman, because you got to be able to move the ball well. Now, for us, we're lucky enough that our team is really doing a good job of holding them. So we get a little scramble there for a first down. And I throw what should be an absolute pick. That should be going to the house, but somehow it's a first down. I'm going to do a little Kennesaw State special, man. I said it earlier, I won't say it again. And that's sort of the game, man. We just dominated them on the defensive front. Thing was out of reach for a long, long time. And Long Johnson, first game, first tutty, first win, man. We're 1-0. Undefeated. Look at us. And like I said, Michael Benefield had himself a day. Both of our running backs were just popping off. No wonder we hand the ball off like 40 times. But I like to see a little more action. You know, see, we were 10-20 with 92 yards, 1-1, so not good. We should talk the quarterback. He did very similar stats, but we had 74 on the ground, which I think sort of makes a difference, man. We are a very run-heavy team. We utilize everybody in our backfield. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. I got more to come. Sort of starting to start this YouTube stuff up, find my place on the YouTube platform. So if you appreciate the content, please, like, subscribe, share. If you hated it, leave a comment. Let me know why. I appreciate all the support I can get. And thank you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying this game just as much as I am. And I will see you next time.